Waka 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 waka. Waka 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 waka. Are you ready for this? Oh, what are we doing? Cue the bird chirping. But are you ready for that lo-fi global news? Oh yeah, Lofi Poli Sci podcast coming at you. Michael Pickering here, talking about our famous question. What's going on in the world today? And straight to it, the news, fresh off that press. And Canada is running low on maple syrup. What did you say? Canada is running low on maple syrup. Well, this is odd indeed. I mean, this is a big deal. I'm curious. Who amongst you out there is eating so much maple syrup these days on your pancakes or waffles? And a question to you, lo-fi listeners out there. Pancakes or waffles? And there is a correct answer. Write in. I'm curious your thoughts. No, wait, I'll just go ahead and tell you the correct answer is waffles, but thanks for playing. Anyway, back to Canada, where they have had a warmer and shorter season for tapping maple trees to get that syrup pouring, and thus a decrease in supply mixed with a bit of an increase in demand, and voila, Canada's now tapping their maple syrup emergency supply. I mean, because of course Canada has an emergency supply of maple syrup. I mean, really, who doesn't? And just so you know, this is not a supply chain issue. Damn, people blame that for everything these days, but nope. Just a shorter harvest season and more people eating waffles because we know ain't nobody eating pancakes anymore. Next up, to the Rohingya of the world, suing Facebook, and wait for it, for $150 billion over Myanmar hate speech. And I mean, damn. I mean, people have sued Facebook before, but for millions, right? But the Rohingya groups in the US and in the UK, $150 billion. I mean, they want to own Meta right as it comes out and be a thing. And why, you ask, is all this happening? Well, aside from the obvious that Facebook is horrible and to blame for all the world's problems, JK, we know Google and Amazon and Twitter help to screw up the world too. But today we're looking at you, Facebook. But Rohingya refugees in the United States and the United Kingdom are saying that Facebook is directly responsible for allowing hate speech against the Rohingya circulate in Myanmar on Facebook, which fueled the flames of hatred and persecution that led to an increase in the number of lives lost in the genocide in Myanmar of the Rohingya people. And you know what? Facebook, you screwed up. And you've admitted to this before just a couple of years ago, and now it's coming back at you. And you can change your name all you want, try and rebrand yourself as an advocate for the people and the free movement of ideas and information all you want, but now you'll take responsibility for it too, and the lack thereof. And we'll keep you posted as this develops, as we're sure this will be a lawsuit that takes quite a bit of time to unfold. But now, staying in Myanmar, but switching gears to the trial of Aung San Suu Kyi, the former democratic leader of the country, where she's been convicted of her first 2 of 11 charges and sentenced to 2 years in prison by the military. And I mean, really, Myanmar's military commits genocide and pushes out about 1 million Rohingya people from the country and refuses to take them back in because they don't recognize them as legal citizens. Then a couple years later, and this year, they overthrow the democratically elected government led by Aung San Suu Kyi with a military coup, threw her in jail with many, many other people, charge her with multiple bullshit crimes, and now sentence her to 2 years, and likely even more to come. I mean, is no one watching what's going on in the world today? Are we all focused on maple syrup in Canada? Are we all worried about holiday shopping? I mean, for real. Well, guess what? We are watching. We are listening. And we are not forgetting. This story is far from over, because the reality is, this isn't a story at all. These are people's lives. And Lo-Fi Nation, we care about all our people. And we'll let you know more as soon as we do, or you let us know something first. Now, switching gears again and moving over to the Caribbean country of Haiti, where there's always stuff going down. And we recently told you about 17 people being kidnapped for ransom by a Haitian gang, missionaries from the U.S. and one from Canada to be exact, and for $1 million each. Well, 3 of them have been released now, though there is no word on how or why. But 3 have been released. And there were originally 17 people, 5 of them being children. Last month, 2 were released, and now 3 more. So that adds up to 5 of the 17 being released. And while the math would indicate those 5 could very well be the 5 children, we have no idea. We have no details on the how or the why this is happening. All we do know is that the remaining 12 are still being ransomed for $1 million each. And they've been held kidnapped for almost 2 months now. 2 months almost. I will say this. 2 people being released last month, 3 this month. Let's hope that trend keeps up and even increases. And we'll let you know more as soon as we do, Lo-Fi listeners. And a last piece of news to send you on your way for the day. To Chile we go. The South American country of Chile becomes the 30th country in the world to legalize same-sex marriage. Way to go, Chile. So much going on in Chile right now. I mean, they're rewriting their constitution, they impeached the president last month, and this month, they've legalized same-sex marriage. But Chile, they didn't legalize it through a court ruling like some other countries or democracies. Looking at you, U.S. Chile actually passed legislation through their Congress, and the president has already said he's going to sign it into law. They actually made a law saying people deserve to be equal. Now that's a message we can get behind. Well done, Chile. Well done indeed, my friend. And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Interested in writing into the show? Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, myself on LinkedIn. Email us, let your voice be heard. Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Peace and well-being to all my human beings out there. Much love and always the best. Pickering, signing off.